Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is a legendary character about to die on General Hospital? A storyline without consequences isn't much of a tale, according to soap opera 101. So the yarn that General Hospital is building, with Mason's mysterious boss woman making life difficult for Ava and Austin, has to have a payoff in the shape of a body in this case. The show cannot afford to spend months playing a dreadful danger that never accomplishes anything more than threaten. So someone is going to have to die. But who is it? Forget about Ava. She's lived longer than a litter of kittens. Austin is also implausible. The entire plot has been designed to build him up and give him something to do. Eventually. That leaves Sunny? Please don't make us laugh. General Hospital would rather demolish the building than bump off the Teflon Don. Despite the fact that the program has a history of killing children, Avery should be safe as well. The Moppet keeps her parents in each other's sights, and Morris Bernard/Maura West scenes are always a sure bet. No, the character we worry may be killed off is one who has been on ABC daytime since the 1970s, who stirred more pots than a kitchenware store, who performed the unthinkable by crossing over from a canceled soap decades after it was canceled. Sadly, we're talking about Delia Ryan. The Ryans' Hope troublemaker Eileen Kristen began playing in 1975 and who was confirmed to be Ava's mother in 2013. To be clear, we do not want Dee to go swimming with the fishes. We hope Sunny meant it when he said to Ava, "Nothing bad will happen to Delia." In fact, we greatly favor this character idea. However, for General Hospital fans who are less invested in the former proprietress of Delia's Crystal Palace, her murder may be a method to demonstrate Mason's boss's seriousness without killing off someone who is vital to the day-to-day operations in Port Charles. A major confession, a sorrowful turn, and the countdown to the ultimate wake-up call. This week marked the official start of General Hospital being written by temp writers. And despite making some progress in various storylines, there seemed to be a lot of filler dialogues rehashing what had happened in the previous weeks to months. That does happen from time to time, but it will be interesting to see how the soap unfolds as the writers' strike continues. However, the concert picked up momentum on Friday and delivered some shocks. Gladys the Gaslighter is a gaslighter. It appears that the question is no more how bad Gladys is, but how much lower she can go. As if having Sasha transferred to Ferncliff wasn't horrible enough, she and Dr. Montague are now duping her into believing she'll never recover. Sasha has finally found the doctor, but she hasn't realized Gladys is also implicated in her problem. Naturally, the doctor drugged her before she could inform anyone. Fortunately, Cody ultimately revealed to Dante his involvement with Gladys and Selena, as well as his fears that Gladys was exploiting the guardianship to pay her gambling habit. Thank the stars, because perhaps there is still hope for Sasha. With Cody, Dante, Sam, and now Maxie, who also suspects something is wrong, we should be able to avoid months of Sasha being locked up and drugged up. Sasha has been through a lot, so seeing her abused even more is not just upsetting, but also furious. At this point, Sasha has essentially become a punching bag at Sunny's gym. I could feel my blood pressure increasing as I saw Sasha plead for assistance, and Gladys lead Maxie away so she couldn't hear her. After what she's gone through, the show might easily liberate Sasha and send her on a mental retreat. That would be a more appropriate explanation for the actress's off-screen maternity break. Sasha deserves to be happy, even if it isn't as spectacular as her current position. I only hope Gladys ends up at Ferncliff when she is discovered. It's almost time. Viewers have been wondering why Ava didn't immediately go to Sunny since the beginning of Ava's Nicholas and Mason conflict. He has no feelings for Nicholas, so it's not like we expected him to flip on Ava. They've made great strides toward reaching an agreement on how to raise Avery, so it came as no surprise to us that when she finally spilled the beans to him, Sunny was more than willing to assist her and deal with Mason. Furthermore, Mason is endangering their daughter, So why wouldn't Sunny
unknown
step
how
in
much
and control the temporary authors have over the plots? But this is one that many people would like to see moved forward. They dragged this one out for what feels like an age, as they do with many recent plots. This plot appears to have reached a turning point with Ava's addition of Sunny. It's time to find out who is behind Mason and the Gatlin gang, as well as what happened to Nicholas. The one issue I see is that now that Ava and Sunny are pitted against Mason and his family, Austin appears to have been put into yet another "what do we do with this character" corner. Laura and Lulu have returned, so sort of. Laura and Valentin came back on our screens a few weeks after they departed, safe, or as secure as they can be in Chechnya. However, upon visiting the old Cassadine mansion there, which appeared to be Jack's and Carly's old house simply repainted, they've learned it had been sold and the new residents had no idea where Nicholas was. Of course, we all know this is a charade and Nicholas is in Patak. With them back on our screens and Anna in the trailer for Monday's broadcast, hopefully Laura and her family are returning home and reuniting. Laura is the show's heart, and she, her children, and grandchildren deserve more attention. General Hospital recasts a long-serving character. And speaking of Laura's children, Lulu had returned. Well, sort of. It seems like an eternity since anyone mentioned Lulu, and an even longer time since anyone mentioned visiting her. Imagine Charlotte's surprise when Dante took her to see her on Friday. But why not Rocco as well? Hey, I won't nitpick too much. At the very least, we got to see Lulu, even if it was only for a bed and some blankets. The true shock came when Dan revealed that Lulu had been transferred from the specialty burn hospital to General Hospital. Yes, Lulu has returned to Port Charles. As I already stated, it has been a long time since Lulu has been addressed. So this feels like we are moving closer to Lulu waking up, as Charlotte pleaded with her mother. And no, your eyes were not playing tricks on you. That was the original Charlotte, not the most recent actress to play her. Other thoughts on the storyline? Is Dr. Monroe available? Curtis's reaction to the news of his paralysis was predictable. He pushed Portia away. As Dr. Portia pointed out, it's not uncommon for patients to behave in this manner at first. Fortunately, it doesn't appear that we'll have to put up with angry Curtis for much longer, as Finn got through to him with his woo-woo new age spiel, as Curtis described it. I genuinely laughed out loud at it. Chase and Brooke Lynn's skinny dipping dare was completely unnecessary, but unlike Finn and Liz's date, it was enjoyable and engaging. I like how they're weakening Chase's grip on being a completely by-the-rules guy. As if we didn't already know Esme had feelings for Spencer, she screamed at the end of Friday's episode that Trina was more important to Spencer than she and Ace were. Sprina had better watch their backs because Esme 2.0 was on their tail. Nicholas Chaves offers wise counsel. When Carly's financial situation worsened, I suggested she start working at Kelly's, but I was thinking more along the lines of a waitress. Nonetheless, it was good to see her take over the family business from Bobby, who is currently in Amsterdam dealing with Luke's finances. They're obviously biding their time until they find out how to write Jacqueline Zeman's death, and I'm fine with that. This is a show I want the real writers to write, not the interns. Returning to Carly, I appreciated her eye roll and clueless inspired whatever she offered Ava and Sunny twice when she recognized they were up to something but didn't care what. Finally, I saved the best for last, or more accurately, the second best after the Lulu surprise. Yuri had returned. What a treat to see him, and to learn that he and Terry have been together for a year. If only we could get more of them to know the new actress who will apparently play Molly on a regular basis. They write in that Molly had an accident. Many fans immediately thought, oh no, they didn't. Take inspiration from Haley Polo's real-life troubles to sideline Numali. Molly simply stumbled, but she is wearing a foot boot, raising the possibility that she has harmed herself. It wouldn't be the first time a genuine whoopsie had to be inserted. And, as I mentioned last week, now is a good moment to put the surrogacy storyline on hold while we get to know the new actresses. That appears to be the case. with the focus now shifting to Christina's efforts to open her youth facility. Michael and Willow have a cute family, but it isn't enough to keep them intriguing. While Nina tried her best to be friendly throughout her visit, Michael couldn't help but be nasty and couldn't wait to hustle her out the door, despite Willow's invitation. So imagine my surprise when Nina took matters into her own hands to politely inform Michael that his attitude stinks, as evidenced by his continual stink face. Christina was much more direct, just saying, "Bro, why do you always have to be such a jerk to Nina?" Now I understand why Michael dislikes Nina, but he also needs to accept Willow's wishes. Also, Willow should talk to Carly and make the same request she made of Nina: abandon the vengeance.